Hey there YouTube, it's P2 Finger, and I wanted to show you, this is a charger. It's a phone charger. This is a 12,000 milliamp hour. And then I got this, it's a step up transformer. So we'll plug this in here, and the step up transformer, it's built into this here, takes the 5 volts that this unit puts out and buffs it up to 9 volts DC, which is what we need for guitar pedals. So yeah, here, let me show you. Let me show you. If I can hold all of this in one hand and pick this up. Now I'm going to unplug this. Yeah. So this DC step up, I'll show you the thing, is a half of an amp. It's 500 milliamps. Now, one thing I gotta say, and excuse the length of this video, is it's about powering, and it's a lot of information. If your device does not, or the device you're looking at does not have batteries, more than likely that means that its current draw is really high. So you would put the batteries in it and they would last an hour. At least that's what I've found. And it's reflective of the price. The more expensive the unit, they're drawing more milliamps. And what you can look at is the size of the display. Does it have a big display? Is it a big color display? Because that's what's eating all the power up. As a weirdo, I would much rather have a switch where I could go into a live mode and maybe just have like a 3.8 segment LED display to tell me what patch I'm on. And then I could run it at 9 volt, 250 milliamps. Because that's all that's needed for all the sound stuff. All that amperage is that big color touch display you're running. So, what we do here is make music outdoors, because I live in an apartment. So I've been playing around with Class D amps and built a battery PA, and I power my, right now I'm running a MG300 by NewX, and then a Moore Ocean machine, this fancy delay that I kind of like. And they're both like around 500 milliamps. So I found this, it was $5 at Goodwill, and then I saw this step up transformer to 9 volts. I was like, I gotta try that. And then I looked at it today, and people have been doing it and using it. So obviously, the normal way to do this on a pedal board is you have a power supply. Well, that sometimes can cause issues. You can get, if you look into it, there's 2 schools, and the smaller school will say run your shit on batteries, because you don't have to worry about ground looping, or not ground loops, but any interference that AC issues. So yeah, it's more of a hassle because you got to charge the battery pack, but then your performance of your pedals is optimal. So there's a trade-off. I'm into this game because I'm going to I don't care about AC or DC, but I got to power my stuff, and there's no AC outlet on a tree. So this is one option for me to try powering my Ocean machine, which is rated at 500 milliamps, which that's what this is rated at. So we'll be maxing it out. You can do your own testing. Here, do you want to do a test? Let's do a fun test. Plug this in. Okay, and then plug this pedal in and get some shade. There you go. So it is putting out 9 volts. But as far as finding out the milliamp, the current draw of your device, the manufacturer should tell you. If not, you got to move the thing usually, and then set it up on current draw test. And then what you do is you break the line. Like I use 2.1 mil, like you would take your one spot and then there's an adapter. So it's a female plug, just like on your pedal, and you plug your one spot in, And that adapter with that plug terminates at a pair of red and black alligator clips. And then you have another clip like that, but it's male. And you plug that into your device, your MG300, whatever multi-effect unit. So you connect the power up and make sure that it's running, everything's cool. Then you disconnect one set of the leads, let's say the positive leads. Disconnect those positives, have them hanging down, and then you hook these into onto those positives. And then the current is going to, electricity is going to go through this meter, and it's going to measure it and tell you how much current draw. Or you can go to stinkfoot.com. He's got a list with a lot of the pedals listed. But if you do test anything and he doesn't have it on there, you should email him what you found out, your test results. It's a fun way to spend an afternoon, and then you'll know how much each one of your pedals, the current draw is. And that way you won't overdo it and blow a fuse if you're designing a pedal board with a power supply or a battery issues. So yes, there is this thing, and like if I were going to run this device to power my Moore Ocean machine, which is the highest current draw that I have in my setup right now, I don't know if there's enough juice left in this battery to power it all day like I'd want it to. I would end up going and buying a new battery pack. I saw one today for 20,000 milliamp, which when you're buying on the cheaper end of this stuff, you probably need to cut those numbers in half. But like I said, there was a claim that was 20,000 milliamps for $20. So what would that be? You know, how many plays would you get? How many 8-hour days of playing with that battery before it died? Probably a lot. For $20, it's a good deal. This is one way to do it. I'm not here saying this is the new way. Everyone, you know, it's tube tone. Nothing like that. This is just something that I'm trying. I've been doing different power supply things. I got this box from last year that I built that has a battery pack on the bottom. There's a green pack there, and then there's room on the top. You pop in 4 18650 lithium ion cells, and this will give you there's a plug on the back that doubles onto this port, and then these two ports are on another. They both have voltage regulators and fuses, so they're limited at 500 milliamps. So there's 500 milliamps available here, 500 milliamps on this tab, and on that jack. That's how that works. So I've been doing different things, and the idea really for me is to get away from lugging heavy seal lead acid batteries. So if I can get these lithium ion boost packs running these step up, what did I do with the step up, the boost? If I can get these things working where they do their job and they don't overheat or make noise or melt down, blow a fuse. Actually, there's no fuse involved on this, which is another strike against it. But like I said, if I can integrate these things into our daily setup, and eliminate carrying one of these real heavy sealed lead acids, it would definitely be a win. But because of the size of this thing now, I went and completely lost it. All right, well, I didn't want to keep this video too long. We're coming in at 10 minutes. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to be helpful. Hug your pets, stay warm, and test your drugs. If you're out there and you're doing coke, drinking beers, smoking blunts, who's got the blunts? We got the blunts. You need to get a test kit because your cocaine is fentanyl. Be safe. Let's not be killing ourselves to get high, you know. Seriously, guys. If you know anybody who parties, get on their shit about getting a fentanyl test kit. And peace.